My beginning as a forex trader has always been a tough one. I started out forex trading as a total newbie, not knowing anything, just like anyone. But at the same time, I did not have any mentor. I did not have anybody to show me the way, like how am I going to begin. I was just asking questions and I had a lot of questions in my head, but I had no answers. So I started out by going to YouTube, watching out videos. I was so lost. I came back and watched other videos on other platforms and read books, and I was still lost. But in the process, I began answering my questions one after the other. And in that process, I was writing down these answers, and that was how forex trading has always been for me. That self game, I've always looked at it as a one-on-one game. From day one, from the day I started, I've never stopped. I've never given a break to it. I've always just motivated myself until I got to the point where I realized that it was not about me motivating myself, but me being my own motivation. Okay, I was not supposed to look for extra factors to motivate myself, but I was supposed to be a whole motivation on its own, because with that said, I was going to keep myself going. So with that being said, I also had to know that in this process, I could not carry out this process altogether alone, but I had to put God in the process. So God was like the main factor which has always stand in front of me, telling me what to do and what not to do. I've always learned my mistakes through failure, and I've always cried. I've always like just looking at the ceiling in the dark, and I just feel like, oh, when is this thing going to come to an end? But I just know that one day it's going to be worth it. I went to school and I'm a graduate, but the thing is, I just know that forex trading is that one thing for me, because we all have our own processes, we all have our own destinations, and when you find that thing in your life which works for you, that is it that you always want to be on. Your spirit just tells you to just keep going. Even when it's not working, your spirit tells you to just keep going. And forex trading has always been that one thing. There has never been a day I was not satisfied without me being a forex trader. There have never been a day, because I always show up every single day. What is going on, beautiful people? Hope you guys are doing well. This is the Alpha Trader right here, and guys, I do document my processes here on YouTube, how I go ahead to face life as a forex trader, and how I go ahead to solve my own life problems, because it's as well, all of us in life, we do have problems, right? So I come here to like document my processes every single week and show to people too how I handle my issues and my problems, so that if anyone who sees it, they get inspired, they might decide to like the video, right? I'm just looking to sell on a trade today on GBPUSD, and my confluences are not yet met to the fullest, so I'm still waiting to see what the market does. This morning, since I woke up, I've been looking at GBPUSD, and I've been waiting for price to get to a certain level where I was going to sell the market. So right now I'm still waiting, because price is still to get to my zone, which is like my entry zone. I'm still waiting for price to get to that white order block level, and then I was going to sell from there. So let's hop onto the charts. Let me show you what I'm about to do. Okay, so guys, we are on GBPUSD on a higher time frame. That's a 4-hour time frame, and we can see for a fact that GBPUSD has been pushing bullish for a period of time. But as a result of what FOMC meeting result did yesterday, the market pushed bearish. So if I step to a lower time frame, such as a 1 hour, you could see how bearish the market moved. The market was bearish. It moved all the way down to this extent with this 1 hour candle, and then left up with a wick, and then we had a little bullish trend line which was pushing up, but price did break that bullish trend line to the downside. Okay, and then after the breakout to the downside, price is pushing back again to retest that trend line, but at the same time touching an order block level which was once a resistance. So right now I'm expecting that when price comes back to this trend line, it's going to be like a break and retest, and from there I'll be looking forward to sell the market all the way back down here, somewhere to about 1.26000. So that's my analysis for GBPUSD this London session. I'm looking forward to sell the market. So if I step to the 15-minute time frame, such as the 15-minute time frame all the way here, it becomes very evident. Okay, so you can see clearly that the bears the bulls are taking over to the market to the upside all the way here, but when price gets to this other block level, I'll be waiting to see some kind of bearish reactions, and then from there I'll sell the market back again down to the downside here. My stop loss is going to be a little bit higher, and then my take profit. If price doesn't respect this support, this resistance level, then I might just let the trade slide. If bulls take over, I'll just let them take over, and I'm not going to trade for London session. Okay, so that's my analysis for this morning. Okay guys, alright, so now that you guys already have my analysis for today, the next thing I'll just be doing is just talking about some few tips or things that actually I do on, that is my personal basic forex approach. You know, yesterday I sat down and I thought to myself, after scrolling on Instagram and I saw a lot of people making profits from FOMC meeting, I sat down and I thought to myself that wow, these people are making a lot of profits, and it's like potentials that they are going to, like, I was looking at them like they're way above me, you know. And later on again, after like an hour, I got to remind myself that me thinking about people that are going way higher than me, it's like I was bringing some kind of negative energy to myself. So I decided that I was not going to compare myself with anybody. Okay, I was not going to compare myself with anybody for whatever reason, because with this journey, anybody, we all have our own process and we all have our own destinations. The same time we started does not mean that we are going to get profitable in this business the same time. We are not going to get the money at the same time. You might go before me and I can be coming behind, or I might go before you and you can come behind, but that does not mean that we are the same because we started the same. So it's a lesson which I taught myself yesterday and I learned, because as a result of me looking at people making a lot of profits, I began feeling like, oh, these people are making profits and I'm not making profits. It's like, why is my own life this way? You know, all those things. And that's a lesson that I'm putting to myself out there, that I'm not supposed to compare myself with other people, but focus on my process. The only thing I can do is to look at what people are doing out there and then just get inspired, instead of me trying to compare myself with other people. Now, one thing now that I'll be going to go and do is to go and wash some few dishes and then warm some food and eat, and then I think that'll be it. From there, I'll come back again and check on the charts and see if I'm making some trade or I'm not making any trade. Guys, remember the trade I spoke to you guys about on GBPUSD? I said when price comes to the major key level, which is like the resistance zone, I was going to sell. Guys, look at what is happening. I sold right here and price is already dropping, so I'm already in some profits for now, guys. I'm in some profits for now, so I'll be holding this sell all the way down. I'll be holding it down to this psychological level at 1.26000. Guys, forex trading is very funny. You can do your analysis and then take a trade and then end up realizing that your analysis was not according to the bias of the market, and then you quickly just want to exit and then change your bias. And this is exactly what has happened to me today, guys. Let me show you what's happening on the charts right now. Okay guys, so this is that same trade that I was about to sell. Okay, remember I said I was going to sell at this top, this resistance zone here, but the market got to that resistance zone and then instead of it selling, it started behaving like it was going to buy. So I saw that the market did not want to sell from that point, but rather I wanted to buy higher to this point up here. So I decided to buy and then exited myself, but I exited in very minimum profit. So right now I'm currently on a buy and it's still floating. This was a buy limit which I did set here, but the buy limit wasn't activated, so I'm currently floating now in profit. Okay guys, so this is what I wanted to show you guys, that knowing when to exit your trades is a very important skill. It is very, very important, because had it been I did not know that the market was going to buy, I should have kept on holding my sales, and then guess what should have happened? My stop loss would have been taken. So that's exactly the lesson I have learned for today from this trade that I have taken. So I hope you guys are doing something tangible on your end. I hope you guys are learning something. So with that being said, guys, I'm signing out, guys. Stay well and peace out, guys.